least Kanye has masculinity, right?
I would say so.
Right, and that's what we were talking about. That seems to be not necessarily missing, but different nowadays.
It's definitely changing. It's definitely changing, and for it to be changing that way, that's what I don't understand. It's that although masculinity is changing and you're able to be a different type of man and not necessarily a manly man, why isn't he allowed to be emotional at times?
Yeah, but so you would say you don't think Kanye's a manly man? I would say he's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
I would say that.
But I don't think it's not okay not to be a manly man. Since when has that became okay?
I mean,
What do you mean by manly man? Explain yourself when you say manly man, because you threw me off. It's not okay. You mean it's okay not to be that type of man and to be another type of man?
no, what I'm saying is you can be manly, right?
Yeah.
But now you can also be not so manly. Like you can wear a dress.
No, the fuck you can't.
Yes, the fuck you can.
Who could wear a dress?
I mean, there's been plenty of other rappers and celebrities that wore dresses, or not even necessarily a dress, but feminine clothing.
I seen some shit not too long ago. When Beyonce's song came out, they released yourself. They had something on a tweet, not a tweet, a reel, I guess. And I guess they were doing a show, and Tay Diggs had on like a woman's gown. He was dressed like a woman. He had the hair was dressed like a woman, and he was just like doing like a walkout, like the Vogue and stuff like that. I thought it was funny, but then I looked at it, I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, yeah, that's
And
not.
why? Why have Tay Diggs do that? Because I get it. Like there's transgenders, gay, whatever. But Tay Diggs is a straight masculine man. So why is he doing that? Why does the straight masculine men have to represent for that community when there are people already in that community that should be representing it?
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah. I guess, and for that, see, this is the reason why those Kanye West, the DEFCON 3 was bad. That wording is because we really want to say stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's your phone, my phone.
oh, that's fine.
My phone. We really want to say stuff. And then you can't because people won't give it a chance because they think you're trying to be like a bigot or something like that. But that makes perfect sense. I know I seen Tay Diggs in a dress. I know what I seen. And he was in there. Now you're telling me that it's okay to be a man and do that shit. But it's okay, but it's not really okay for the women because no woman is looking for a non-masculine man. Not even a gay man. A gay man is not even looking for a non-masculine man. They want masculinity. So I just don't see, what I'm saying is you can't buy me on that. Like this new masculinity is okay. Like it's not okay for a man to wear a dress.
I agree.
No, I don't think that's okay. Huh?
How is that masculine?
Yeah. You can't even I can't
How is
imagine.
that manly? That's women's clothing.
Yeah.
And that's how we make ourselves be feminine, right?
Yeah.
Things we wear, how we do our hair, how we walk. So I don't get that.
No.
Unless you're gay.
Right.
If you're gay or transgender, I would understand. Like, hey, you want to be a woman. So I get it. If you don't want to be a woman, why are you wearing a dress?
You know what's crazy? From when Tay Diggs, like I said, he did that. And I'm going to pull a video up and put it up right here. When he did this, right? Based on the studies and stuff I read about sexuality, who is that for? Do you understand what I'm saying? Who is that for? Because I'm guessing, and this is me, and if you're gay, openly gay, write in the comments below. I don't even think gay men look at that. Like,
No.
if you're looking for a man, if you want a man and a masculine man, what does that do for you? Seeing a man
In a
in a dress.
You might as well go for a woman, right?
Doesn't make any sense.
That's what confuses me.
It confuses me. It confuses
It
me.
confuses me. I don't get it. If you're gay, that means that you're a man that wants a man, right?
Right.
So the dress part throws me off.
Yeah, big time. And then the person that they used to get to do it, like you said, you didn't even know this happened. So when I show it to you, you're gonna be like perplexed, like
I don't want to see it.
Oh, you don't want to see it? It's gonna mess up your vision of Tay Diggs.
Yes.
Oh man. Oh
like,
man.
come on, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the show. It's
like, what is that about? Like you.
Did that really piss you off? You didn't know that? yeah. You didn't know that. Oh,
I
man.
just feel like you're trying too hard at this point.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you have a huge community of LGBTQ,
right?
Whatever. Have one of them. I don't get it.
It's funny. Maybe it's just funny.
I don't find it funny.
I know. I find it kind of
I don't find it funny because now to say that it's funny,
I don't find it funny.
To say that it's funny.
What else is it then?
It's kind of like, okay, now you're making fun of that, you know? Or no, to have a straight man wearing a dress and representing transgenders, I feel like that's now making fun of the shit.
Well, does that look? To your point, now it makes sense. We can figure out and try to guess what he did. I don't know if he was trying to be transgender. I don't know what he was trying to do. All I know is what I saw.
He was wearing a dress.
He was wearing a dress, and he might have had a wig on, and he was like prancing around to the beat. And I thought that was like, yeah, like you said, like what's the?
I don't get it. It makes no sense.
From what I've read, and I read about human sexuality. So from what I've read, like I said, not even a gay man will want to see that. He wants to see a man.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Masculine man.
Right.
And as soon as they see a masculine man and he like slurs out something that sounds a little feminine, they're not interested. This is what I read. I don't know. Like I said, if you're gay, comment below. Let me know. Make sure you hit the like button if you do that too. And I hope you subscribe because then I will comment back to you if you subscribe.
I mean, that makes sense to me. Now that makes sense. A gay man wanting a masculine man, that makes sense. Because that's what being gay means when I think about it. Like, okay, you want a man, just like I want a man.
Right.
Wanting a man in a dress
to the point. Just like you said, just like you want a man.
Woman or a man?
Just like you said, just like you want a man. And to the point, back to let's backtrack a little bit to what we were talking about. It's okay to be a different type of man. No, it's not. Masculinity is what it sounds like. This masculinity. You can't change that. You can't make that into like softness.
Something else, right?
And no, that's just beast.
Exactly.
Let's go. Drive. Let's move. You don't change that. You don't change that. Nobody wants to change masculinity. You can't do that.
Maybe there are some beta males out here.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Maybe there's some beta males out here who can't handle the pressure of being that manly man. Because being a manly man comes with a lot, wouldn't you say?
This is what I'm about to say. I'm about to say maybe most of those betas they can't be that manly man.
Maybe they're gay.
Right. And they don't even know it. You're funny.
Not like this. Let's be serious.
Look, there's nothing wrong with none of it. There's nothing wrong with none of it.
Listen,
we're just making observation.
I'm trying to understand it.
Right.
Because I don't have a problem. If you want to be gay, be gay. Yo, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Do whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to understand that if you're gay and you want a man, why do you want a man in a dress? That's a girl.
And mind you, we're saying this based on that video with Tay Diggs moving around and prancing around to the Beyonce song. And we just want to know, what's the point of it? Is it an artsy thing? Is it a funny thing? We don't know. And then now I'm seeing Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi has the dress on here. Young Thug with dress on. And what's his name?
Jaden
Smith. I mean, just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I mean, Jaden Smith might be gay. So I'm gonna say that it's okay. You're gay, you want to be a girl, I guess, or be feminine. Then I could understand that. If you want to be feminine and
right. You want to be feminine because you you're looking for a masculine man, right?
I guess, but like you said, gay men, they don't want feminine men.
No. This is what I read. Like I said, I want people to comment below. Mind you, we're not saying anything wrong. We're having a conversation. I want to have a conversation.
I'm not a gay man, so I don't know.
Right. Me neither. But I've read books about it because I'm interested in this type of stuff. Sexuality, period. So comment below. Let's keep this conversation going. We're not doing a Kanye. We didn't say anything outlandish like I feel he did. You know, that was outlandish of a tweet. But we get the sentiment behind it. And nobody cares about the sentiment no more. You make a mistake and you're popular.
It's like
and you're arrogant. Yeah. And people don't like you. You best believe that they're going to do the best they can to try to make life a little miserable. But we're here talking about right now this new age, feminine man, I guess? Or is it okay to be not as masculine? And let's explore that.
Men nowadays want to know why it's not okay for them to cry. Why it's not okay for them to be the little spoon.
Well, being a little spoon, no. Crying, the short answer to crying is no. Men don't cry. That's the short answer, right? But I can remember recently me breaking down and crying, you know, with a lot of the stuff that I go through, shit, boom, right? That's between me and a personal friend. That's nothing else. You know what I mean? It's not like in public, out to be seen or anything like that. And when men cry, it's ugly. Like a real man crying is ugly. You know, you could be hurt, really hurt bad, like where you're yelling and screaming, you're crying. That's a different cry. Like it's a different cry. Even if it's an emotional cry. Kobe cried when he won a championship. He's a man. He cried, you know? Tom Brady, I see these guys crying. Emotional stuff. Men don't cry for shit like this. I want that and I can't get it. Now you're bitching. Men don't bitch. Women can do that. I'm not gonna lie. Women can do that because I feel man's supposed to be able to provide that for the woman so she can get it. So she's crying because maybe she doesn't have what it takes to get it. She can't get it by herself and she needs a strong man to help her get it. So she's crying. Men can't cry like that. You shouldn't really be needing anybody for help or begging for help to the point where you're crying for it. You should just work hard, strive, and fail. That's the bottom line. That's all you could do. Crying for that stuff, it doesn't make sense. You know? I don't even think people don't even hear you bitching while you're doing it. Even if you're doing it.
There's so many, I don't know. When people cry, because I would say it is okay for a man to cry. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes when people cry, it may seem like they're crying for one reason. But most of the times, because even with me, like when I cry, sometimes you're just fed up. Like it just took that last thing to just push you to just cry, you know? So sometimes it's kind of like everything just bunched together. Like, oh my God, just having to deal with so much.
Right.
And not letting it out. And then, I don't know, maybe sometimes it may seem like you might be crying over something stupid, but in all reality, I'm crying because I just need to release that.
Right.
Like I've been dealing with a lot and I haven't been crying, but now I've had enough and I have to cry.
Right. You gotta let it out. I get that. I like I said, that should happen like to me 3 times in my life. So I know what that's like. I didn't realize like, what the fuck? Why am I doing this? I just don't know what happened to me. You know, I get over it in 5 or 10 minutes and then be embarrassed by it. Like, I can't believe that shit, you know? And like I said, seeing men cry is ugly when it's real. When it's real, it's ugly. But when a woman is crying, it's like, now you know, I get it. You guys, everything's an issue. Because like if we say you guys are emotional, right? So it makes sense. All right. You know, that's what comes with the territory. And I'm not even trying to be funny here. I'm not taking no sides.
But are men not emotional?
They are emotional, but to be a masculine man, it's okay. Then you can't cry for certain shit. If you want to be that feminine, masculine, quasi man, masculine man, then yeah, you can go ahead and cry for every little fucking thing you don't get or whatever you don't like. You know?
When they said that you cried when you got fired.
Yo, for the last time.
Like, what?
For the last time.
Why would he cry?
Right. I did not cry when I get fired from my job. And like I said, I appreciated my job I had. It was good. I did not cry. All right. I was sitting in the car trying to structure how I'm going to put all of this stuff into an LLC so I can basically make up for the income that it seems like I lost, but I never lost because I had so much income that I didn't claim. So now I want to claim it. So that's what I was doing. Get on the phone with people to figure out how to do that. I wasn't crying. Now, see, that's a manly shit. That's some manly shit.
So do you think, let's use that example. Is it okay for a man to cry if he gets fired?
Well, well, losing your job, it depends. It depends. If you lose your job and you, based on the rules that they gave you and you didn't follow the rules, you got fired, dude, like sitting back and crying, like, come on, bro, you lost that shit on you. They told you this is what the situation is. You broke these rules and boom, we got to let you go. Now, if you get fired like I get fired, then it's a different story. You still don't sit back and cry. You go back in there and you fuck up whoever fired you. That's the bottom line, because you took something from them. You know, they're just lucky that I have shit going for me. You understand?
Right.
Thank you for letting me bring that out a little bit, because I don't want to even give them no energy, but I just had to let that be known. Sitting and crying, nah. Masculine men just don't do that shit.
Okay, but how about if you got fired, but 2 weeks ago, your wife left you, and 3 weeks before that, your mom died. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is what I was saying earlier. I feel like sometimes it may seem like you may be crying for that, but sometimes it's just like a pileup of you going through all this shit that you're
Gisela,
like, fuck.
everything you just said is okay to cry about. You said the job thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could have been there for years. That's okay. You're crying about that. I give you that. I give you that. You know, your wife, that's a relationship. You lost a relationship. You could cry about that. Fine. A family member or somebody dying, you could cry about that. Fine. But crying about, men should not cry about shit that they could handle themselves.
Right.
You know, you shouldn't cry about something that what's gonna take for you to get better is more effort.
Right.
Is more training. You shouldn't cry about that. You shouldn't cry because you're not enough. You should just try to make yourself be enough.
Right.
So men shouldn't cry about that. I feel it's okay for women to cry about that shit. Men should not cry about stuff like that. Everything else you were talking about, like, yeah, I'm getting teary-eyed right now thinking about if any of that shit happened. Except for the job loss. Because the job's a job, just over broke. That's about it.
Right. It depends on your mentality. And I think that's what it takes to be a manly man and be very masculine, is to have that type of mentality that, let's say you did lose your job. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and cry about it? Or are you going to make moves? Handle it. Start thinking, hey, what is my next strategy? What am I going to do to compensate now? Sitting there and crying is not going to do shit for you.
Right.
But sometimes it is good to just let things out. It's like pretty cleansing, and then you move forward.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. That's how I look at it, as cleanse. The cleansing, like, oh, damn, got that
to
out.
let that out.
Oh, I don't even know why I did that.
Right.
You know? But yeah.
But then bitching about everything.
I'm trying to think if I know of any like situations where I could just hear a guy that's bitching about stuff. I don't know.
I personally don't witness a lot of men crying.
No, it's not like a physical cry with the tears. No, because
No,
that's ugly. That's ugly. When a man cry with tears, you got to be scared, because, like I said, it should be something like, yo, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like something really, you know, it shouldn't be like, oh man, they gave the raise to the other dude. It's like, like I've heard somebody cry like that. I've heard guys crying because the shit happened to their car and shit like that. Like, you know, and it's like, yo, what the hell, bro? Shit happens. Like, why are you tearing, bro? Like, why are you tearing?
It's a mentality thing, man. Seriously, because
I'll talk about little shit like the car ran out of gas and he got to walk and get gas. You cry for that. I'm not talking about like wreck or something. No, I'm talking about little shit, man. No, man, we don't
like,
worry about stuff like that.
up.
Yeah.
Man, the fuck up.
Yeah. We don't
handle that.
No, we don't worry. We shouldn't worry about stuff like that. And the wearing a dress thing, that there's no way that anybody could bring that shit out and make it popular for a man. A man in a dress. A man in a dress.
Nobody's going for that.
Nobody's going for that. Nobody's going for that. You know, even if you had a gay brain and you were gay and you like that position of being on the bottom, you understand? You still shouldn't dress like that. You understand what I'm saying? You still shouldn't dress like that. Because, like, what are you? You're not going to be presenting yourself to more. Like, you know, I don't get that. What are you doing? If you're going to dress like that, why wouldn't a man just go ahead and be with a woman?
I just think that at that point, it's like, you got mental problems, bro.
Oh.
Like, I'm sorry because it doesn't make any sense. Like, yes, we can wear whatever we want.
Right.
Obviously, self-expression. You know, the way we dress says a lot about us, right? But what are you trying to convey? What message?
Yeah.
With wearing a dress.
You don't have. The thing is, let me tell you how I feel is wrong. When you wear a dress, you don't have anything like to be desired as for a man. Nobody looks at a man like that and thinks that's sexy.
Because women are the ones that make the dress the dress.
Yeah.
If I wear a dress and then the woman next to me could be wearing the same dress, it'll look different on her and on me. So imagine now a man right here wearing the same dress.
It doesn't make sense because
it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make you a woman. That doesn't make you girly.
Right.
I don't know what that makes you. Like I said, that
it's a different. It's a different thing. They say a man's brain was designed to objectify women, and I like that because they have proof. They have a statue that's 26,000 years old of Venus of Willendorf. Look at that statuette. She has double G cup breasts. I don't know how big that is. Is that big? Is double G big?
G?
I don't know.
I don't.
Huge. Oh, okay. I don't even know about that. All right. So double G cup breasts and a big badonkadonk butt, and that statue was made 26,000 years ago.
They were like, yeah, this is how we like.
This is how we like seeing a woman right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. The bigger, the better. You understand? So yeah, they wear dress. You know what I mean? Men don't wear dress.
Right. Period.
Like I said, man, you wear a dress, you're more than free and welcome to comment and hit the like button because, like I said, we're not pulling Kanye West here. I'm gonna keep talking about him.
Natural.
I'm gonna keep messing with him.
Clothing. Clothing is not even a natural thing, right? Obviously, because
it get cold as hell outside.
I'll
put me some clothes on.
Yeah, but fashion style that has evolved over time. So naturally, the first designs were to be practical.
Right.
Keep you warm, keep you protected from the weather or whatever.
Makes sense.
And then over time, we made it like, okay, a man should wear this, a woman should wear that. Because of whatever, obviously for men, if a woman wears certain clothing.
It says, that's what it, can men wear dress? That's what I Google, right? So the bottom line is it's okay for men to be in skirts and boys to be in dresses. Now let's just take that first line right there. I'm not raising my son to think that that's okay. Let me tell you how I was a parent, how I would tell my son. So Google says the bottom line, it's okay for men to be in skirts and boys to be in dresses. I'll tell my son that that's a big lie, that the internet is lying to you. They want you to be that way. That's not true. Because even if you're gay, that's still not okay. Boys don't wear dress. Boys don't wear dresses. Men don't wear dress. We just don't do that.
Right.
There's nothing psychologically that makes us want to do that.
For what?
You
think you look cute?
Right.
You think you look cute in that dress? Because you look stupid. I'm sorry.
Boy. We got to be careful. You know what? And I talk about my boy Kanye. We can't do any worse than what Kanye did with those Twitter comments. So if you're mad at us, you still got to be mad at Kanye. Go look and see what Kanye did. Look and see what Kanye said. That's what you should be mad at. Don't be mad at me and Gisela, please. We're just asking questions and having a conversation about racy topics.
People can feel and say whatever they want. That's me. If you want to tweet, oh, it's DEFCON 3 on Gisela, that's on you.
I'm glad you said Gisela. I'm about to say, don't do this, yo. I gotta cut that, Gisela. Oh God. But yeah, if it's Gisela, and especially if she's a minority, yeah, we could definitely say that. There's no problem. Yeah.
Come on. How would you feel if somebody tweeted that? Yo, it's DEFCON 3 on Ronald West.
I'm excited. I don't know. I'm like,
oh, shit, me?
What the fuck did I do? But it's hard for me to believe that he didn't think that would be a big deal. Like, yo, bro, it's all like
maybe he wanted it to be a big deal.
Right. And I think he said something. Like, I was listening to, like I told you, the double downs. I was listening to a bunch of double down. I never heard exactly what was said until I did research. Like, oh, that was said. But I heard a lot of the double downs, and it was like, it's not bad. Like, yeah, I get what he's saying. That's what's up. It actually seemed like it's bigging up the people as the way they can do things with money and the way they can like be like together and togetherness and all that stuff is bigging them up. That's what I looked at it as. But then when I heard that comment, I was like, oh, he doubled down off of that. I'm like, damn. I'm like, oh, bro, damn, bro, what you do that for? Why'd you tweet that? And now they're just looking for anything to gun him. Like even with his Donda, his agency. The president of the agency is Antonio Brown. You know where Antonio Brown is? He's a football player that's been doing all that crazy stuff and taking off a shirt in the middle of the game and leaving the game, quitting the game. Basically,
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. A terrible influence for any professional, really. Like, you know what I mean? It's just terrible. But yeah, he did that or whatever. We gotta be careful because any of these episodes can get big, and these guys nowadays, people are like, yo, you got something to say about me? We can go to the ring and fight. Like, oh, come on.
DEFCON 3 on your ass.
Yeah, DEFCON 3. So we can go in the ring and fight. You want to start talking shit. But nah, we just making observation, guys, and having conversation, regular conversation that people would normally have. And once again, people are not going to like it. Probably going to get only 17 views.
Some people are going to like it.
Hours worth of work.
I think they'll like it. Yo, this
Hours worth of work. But yeah. For the 6 people that like it, but we appreciate you because we're going to get this thing going, right? We're going to get it going. But just make sure you guys hit the like button too, because I keep hearing other people say that when I watch the videos, so I guess it helps the algorithm. But to be honest, you guys have been hitting the like button, and I haven't been seeing shit change, but hit it anyway.